With a 4 meter per second breeze, John hovers his drone at 10 meters above the ground. It can easily hold its position. He decides to fly the drone at max speed to the edge of the park. The wind is behind the drone, and so it gets a little extra boost and travels at 18 meters per second. He then turns the drone around and flies it back at max speed. The drone is now flying into the wind, so it will only fly at 10 meters per second because it has to fight against the headwind. He then decides to take the drone up to 100 meters and go back to the same place to get a better view. It's hard to tell what the wind is doing up there, but let's say that it's blowing at 20 meters per second. He gets a fantastic tailwind, and the drone flies much further and faster than John expected. He wants to keep flying in visual line of sight, so he turns the drone around so that it can return to home. But now, the drone is flying into a 20 meter per second headwind and is not strong enough to resist. The drone begins to drift backwards at 6 meters per second. The motors are having to work harder, the electronics are being taxed, everything is getting warmer, and the battery is draining faster. John can still see his drone, and he can also see that it is tilting downwards to fight the wind. He knows a flyaway is happening, and he risks the drone being blown out of range. He immediately descends the drone to 50 meters above the ground, where the wind is about 10 meters per second. He can't descend any lower yet because he would lose sight of the drone. He starts to fly the drone home, but it can only manage 4 meters per second. By this stage, the battery is running flat and the drone is still far away and struggling to fight the wind. Eventually, the battery runs flat and the drone crashes into some trees.